Hi travelers, Tara here, and this is going to be a open reading. We're looking at this full moon in Aquarius, total lunar eclipse, Mercury retrograde, and all of this occurring within the next 48 hours. This is a general reading. The messages will not resonate with everyone. That does require a personal reading. Those of you who have purchased a conjure reading, I am so pleased to hear from you that everything that I was telling you, the recipes and stuff that I gave you work and they are helping you. That makes me feel very pleased. Those of you who took part in the special that I ran, the 6-hour special the other day, fantastic. Anybody out there who hasn't joined the membership, you can just sign up for the newsletter for free. That is when I usually will send out notices on specials. So you can always be in the know. Those of you who have entrusted me with the Akashic Records readings over the past couple of weeks, thank you as well. You guys are really awesome. I always notice a time when the astrology energy starts to pick up because it's a lot of different things happening for me at the same time. And those of you who have sent me well wishes for my little dog, thank you so much. Yeah, she was right on the brink of death when she rallied back, so that was quite I don't even have words for it. So let's go ahead and pull these cards. I'm going to be using the what do you call it? Mercury retrograde. The Radiant White deck. I have the two Sibila decks. And I will be clarifying, wrapping up with either an Angel Answer card or a Heart Oracle Tarot. Now, for those of you who are waiting on those videos to be posted, the monthlies to be posted to the website, I am still working on those. My little dog just kind of threw me for a loop. I hope to be finished with all of the romance readings by Saturday or Sunday. I've got some other stuff coming up, but I do hope to be finished with that and have that gallery posted and ready to go for you. And then I will start working on the individual monthly readings. So, with that being said, those conjure readings are awesome. If I do say so myself, they are really awesome. Let's lay the cards down. See what they have to tell us. 8 of Coins. I will be showing you these. 10 of Coins. Ah. Whoa. And the Sun. I love to see that. Ace of Coins. Oh, 10 of Swords. Wow. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. And I have 2 10s right down the center here. Interesting. Well, the Strength card. On the other side with the Sun. So for some of you, a couple of days ago, when the Sun moved into Leo. 8 of Swords. I have 3 8s here. And the Ace of Wands. Well, now look. I mean, in a sense, no matter how you cut this, it's going to be a-okay. It's just that for some of you right now, you like, what in the hell just happened? 3 of Cups. So it looks as though some of you may have, something may have occurred, an event. Perhaps there's some news or something that you've been celebrating. Maybe this is the idea that there's a baby in the works, an announcement. But it could also be a graduation, a promotion, something where people are coming together to celebrate. We see that these two, the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, there's a 2, so there's obviously some kind of choice and or decision. Now, what I will say is the Leo weather, astrologically, Leo rules the house of courtship, dating, sex, relationships, children, and self-creativity. So this could be the idea about finally deciding that you want to have a kid, but it could also be the idea that maybe the timing is not right for you and you don't want to have children. This could be the idea that one of your kids is graduated, damn it, and they're finally out of the house. Yay, well now what do I do? Okay, that empty nest syndrome. So this could play out in a lot of ways. It could be about adoption. It could be about in vitro fertilization. It could be about foster kids. It could be about children's projects. Do I become a coach for my kid's soccer team, or do I go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club? Am I going to write that book, that children's book that I've been planning on doing? So this could be any number of things. That is the Leo weather, and we have a lot of things happening in the sign of Leo and around. The North Node is there, as is, I don't know, I can't see it off the top of my head. And depending on where, the sign of Leo falls in your chart is going to kind of tell you where there may be some other things going on, or what particular area of life might be being affected right now. But it doesn't change the fact that that's where Leo is sitting, and that's what Leo rules, okay? And so I have 3 8s here, which I find to be really interesting. 8 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles, the Sun. And the Sun is always, no matter what else is happening in this damn spread, that card right there, plus these 2 aces. Okay. Ace of Coins, 10 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, the second 8, which is the Strength card, the 8 of Swords, and then the Ace of Wands. I mean, wow, what a spread. 8 to the 9 with this ace. 8 to the ace makes 9 coins. Oh Lord, my math is bad. 10 to the ace, well, there's our ace. There's our changing energy. Ace to the 7, again, 8 pentacles. So maybe it's something, maybe for some of you, this was the idea that now was a time you've been trying very a long time to get pregnant, and then maybe you find out that maybe you don't end up, it's not true, or maybe you end up losing the pregnancy. I don't do health readings or pregnancy readings or anything of that nature, but I'm only giving you what my guides are throwing at me for right now. We also see that maybe for some of you this is the truth, that you do end up becoming pregnant and everything is okay, and you're kind of waiting around to see how that's going to play out. You think you are, but you're not sure. Okay. If on the off chance that this is about something else, and I'm trying to see, because see right down the center I have these swords cards. And what are swords? Thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, communications. We know that we are in this weird ass time of Mercury retrograde. So the 3 8s can speak to obstacles, hassles, and delays. Here you've been working and working and working and just doing whatever it is you and then suddenly through some offer that maybe you just bit the bullet and said, yeah, okay, that you arrived at this place. This card speaks to continuity among a group of people that are known to each other. So this could be family. Sometimes this card is about what do you call it? About family. All right, family values, family money. It could be an inheritance. The idea that there's enough to go around and last for a long time for the whole group. I've also seen this card show up in terms of businesses and charities. Okay, those types of organizations that have a lot of money that they can give out and go around, and you know, there's plenty of it. But it speaks to the eye. Sometimes it shows up to me like a promotion as well, where you've been working in a particular position with a group of people for a long time, and then finally, yay, finally, the sun shines on you and you get your due that comes. It is this Ten of Swords in the center that kind of freaks me out, because everything, I mean, if I took these cards, this card out, I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. And that's just a moment. Even though that's a difficult energy to come out of. And a lot of times this is excessive worry, and being so worried or so fearful of making a move or doing something that's going to screw things up. But like I said, there really are no failures. They are learning experiences. Depends on how you look at it. This could be the idea that somebody in the family fucked y'all over. And you ain't quite sure how yet. Or somebody in the group, you ain't sure how yet. And you're not sure if it was through a fault of your own, or this is another one of those hoodwink cards. But this could also be that card about feeling like the victim, right? Oh, woe is me. I can't believe that happened to me. Well, shit happens. I know that sounds really flippant, but I don't mean it like that. Let me take a look at these other eights, because this is quite an interesting reading here. Well, you know, how many times do you hear readers say that? Oh, y'all always say it's all interesting. It is, because every story's different. Every story's just different, you know. And I tell you, those conjure readings, I'll be like down on it, like, oh, what? So those are fun to do. I really enjoy those. I was thinking about just taking everything else off and doing that alone. Those things were awesome. Okay, and I'm not just saying that to toot my own horn. I so enjoy doing those. Okay, so here we go. 3/8, anxieties, obstacles, hassles. Man, I'm so tired. I can't take another delay in this shit. It's just making me and damn it, I'm never gonna get out of this, right? Oh wait, that's a 10. Here we go. Those 3/8. Now, the other meaning of 3/8, and then let's take a look at this. Where is it? It talks about going on a trip. And because honestly, sometimes this card can be about travel by water. Even though we don't see, that's not necessarily what you would get. But look, you're laying by water. On the other side is another shore. Okay, this can be the idea that maybe you have been delayed, okay, in a trip. You don't know when it's going to happen. Something is holding it up. Man, I can't believe it. Let me take a look at these cards as they relate to, because I only have these two major arcana cards. 2 aces are always open roads and new beginnings. Always, no matter what else is, because basically the idea is this: in order for something new to begin, something has to end. And sometimes that new thing that we thought we were going to start, that completely just like falls apart, is the idea that perhaps it's not what was best for us anyway. And sometimes this could be about accepting that. Look at the cost of the value of it. If you had gotten it or you had accepted it, what happens if the duties changed? Or what happened if the situation changed? What happened if you got were having to do more work or invest more time away from, let's say, your family or what have you, but your pay wasn't what you were, you know? Maybe this required you to be mean and nasty to people. Maybe you find out that the corporation is like really like working for Satan. You know what I mean? So sometimes the universe can take things away from us that seem like the answer to our prayers, but for the simple reason that it's not what's best for us. And so sometimes it's about trying to see, not necessarily whether somebody, sometimes this card can be the idea that there's somebody hiding something from you. You went ahead and you accepted it, and then when you get there, You like, what in the fuck is happening with this shit? Now you got to figure out what to do. Oh my God, what do I do? Where am I going to put this? What am I going to do with it? See what I mean? The universe is funny like that. And really, under a Mercury retrograde, that happens a lot with people, that they'll take a new job and then they get there and the terms and conditions have changed, or everybody that works underneath you's been fired, and then they give you more duties, and then they change your title. Okay, now you're working more. You know, shit's in chaos. Damn it! And I signed this contract for 2 years. You see what I mean? Well, what are you gonna do about that? Well, you can bite the damn bullet, and maybe you can't see your way clear of it right now, but trust me, you will. Again, it's not a mistake, it's a learning experience. Okay? Sometimes you get just like that. You get that zing, that zap from the universe. So let's look at these cards. I want to see what this Eight of Pentacles is telling me, if it will tell me anything extra next to this. Okay, here it is. Eight of Pentacles with 3 other Pentacles. Here are my 3 other Pentacles. There's the 10. There's the Ace. And there's the 7. It is an indication that a feeling of great satisfaction will be yours, as there will be a well-earned increase in finances. Well, I already see it's happened for some of y'all. And maybe this 10 was just in the center. It's just saying, man, I don't know what I was going to do. I was at the end of my rope. Situation couldn't get when this offer came in. Maybe this is the expression of getting that out of the way. Okay. I'm reaching here, I know, in some aspects, but that's what my guides are telling me to share with you, because, you know, everybody reacts differently. Now listen to this. 10 of Pentacles with the Sun. It is an indication that happiness and contentment is around you at this time. It also indicates that your desires are coming to fruition, and or the answer to your question is a yes. Well, but what is this? Right? The hell is that? So let's take a look at this 10 of Swords here. But as I say, no matter what happens, the Sun is here to bolster you. And it looks like whatever this thing is, it's temporary. And it's really going to come down to how long do you want to be like this? Because this card is really about nobody's keeping you there but yourself. There's nobody holding her. She's loosely tied. So all you gotta do is just break free. So this is really mental energy, trying to get over whatever this thing is. Hold on. And it's done already. I know I sound like I'm fussing, but that shit's done already. Okay, so now 2 tens tell of a career spread or change for the better. Maybe you lose your job. The fuck? Yeah, I know that's tough. I know that's tough. But I bet you if you give it some real thought, you'd be like, you know what? I hated that damn job anyway. Them people was getting on my nerves. I was not getting paid enough to put up with that crap. What was I investing in it? Seven of Coins. I'm going to pull cards on that 10 because he's just irritating me. Because it doesn't read like it's anything, the energy coming off of it doesn't read like it's anything serious, like life-changing serious. Okay, like some kind of incident. It's just like it happened so quick, you know, and it's kind of like, oh, it took the breath out of you, but you rally right back up. Maybe some of you are having difficulty getting over the way that it happened and what was said around it, and was there really somebody out to stab you in the back? Okay, well, yeah, what's done is done, right? 7 of Pentacles. And remember, the coins are not just about finances. The coins are about the time, the value, the effort that you invest into something. It's not always about you know, what we think it's about. I don't have another 7, so there's nothing. Now the only thing left is this 8 of Swords here. And I do sense that some of you are right here in the center. And I'm going to read you the meaning of this 8 of Swords, because that may help some of you. Because it reads like fear. That's really what it reads like. Let's see what it says next to the Sun. It's not next to the Sun, but it's being influenced. Implies that regardless of current adverse conditions, a definite change for the better is on the way. It tells you to persist as your hard work and effort and intent will bring the desired outcome to fruition in a quick time. Now, we know that 2 8s can speak to a slight concern in regards to a new romance relationship and or partnership. But again, the 3 8s tell of obstacles, hassles, and delays. The other meaning that says you and your beloved are going to go on a trip. Well, I don't know if you and your beloved are going to go on a trip. I don't know. 8 of Swords. 8s represent positive changes, but also a focus on imprisonment. You may be feeling unable to express your true feelings at this time. The 8 of Swords tells of a feeling of being trapped in an uncomfortable situation. The situation is self-inflicted and or self-imposed, and it would be easy to be free of it if an effort was made. And I think for some of you, finally the light's going to shine on you on, fuck, I need to get out of this. With some clear thought, one is able to see themselves out of this situation. If one refuses to think and or see clearly, one will remain in this negative situation. The 8 of Swords tells of a lady who is trapped in a situation that is of her own making. The ties and bonds are loose, though, and can be shaken loose if the person chooses to do so. See, the Sun illuminates things for you. And right now you may be down, but you're not out. I'm telling you, you're not. The 8 of Swords can tell of feelings of restrictions and of holding yourself back. Sometimes there is a sense of betrayal attached. It can indicate someone who is fearful of moving out of a situation and feels and having feelings of confusion and a lack of clarity. It indicates that you are not bound in such a way that you could never hope to be free, and there is a feeling that this is a scene of temporary duration rather than of bondage. The 8 of Swords implies that you may become involved in several unsuccessful ventures in an attempt to gain freedom. It may suggest that you seek advice from someone trusted and or of a professional nature. Restrictions may be causing you concern when it appears in a reading. Speaks of freedom and movement and may indicate a move, change, or relocation of your home or home family environment. It may also indicate a journey, a trip, or a vacation is in the near future. It tells of a time of relaxation and a release of anxiety and tension after a difficult and stressful period. A circumstance or situation that you may have been concerned or worried about will have a positive outcome. It tells you to pay attention as some long-awaited news or information is on its way to you. It suggests a desire to make changes and improve certain aspects of one's life, be it on the career or home front. At this particular time, though, only small achievements and improvements are likely to be made. This may be frustrating, but effort and perseverance will pay off in the long term. You are asked to keep this in mind. Although you may be feeling trapped by your situation, your mind is free and full of activity. You are asked to use this time to reflect on how the situation came about and how you will act once it is over. Once you are free of your current situation, you will feel a new sense of determination and personal strength. It may be an indication of the inability to make firm choices and decisions. It may also be telling of restrictions and the feeling of being tied into a situation you are not comfortable with. It tells of fear, hurt, and confusion. It implies that if you worry continuously, you run the risk of becoming depleted of energy, leading to illness and disease. It implies that you are unable to think clearly. It is advisable to seek sensible advice and take it. Appearing in a spread, it may be warning you that continuous stress, anxiety, worry, and tension will lead to ill health. Be wary of betrayal when the Eight of Swords appears in a reading. Keep your eyes and ears open and remain very aware at this time. You are asked to use your intuition and inner knowing. Again, with this Sun card, it says that regardless of current adverse conditions, a definite change for the better is on the way. It tells you to persist, as your hard work, effort, and intent will bring the desired outcome to fruition in quick time. Maybe this was, you made some kind of, maybe this is a get rich quick scheme. You made some kind of investment and it cracked and fell through. Now what do I do? Well, I don't know. But I have been talking to you guys about Uranus and Taurus. Y'all see all that foolishness that's going on with the tariffs and the first he inflicts pain, then he takes our tax dollars and pays them off. Companies are hurting. Some small companies have already gone out of business. Prices have gone up. Remember I say what happens on a worldwide scale eventually will trickle down to your pocket in some way. It will affect you in some way. What happens on a global scale, okay, happens at a local level eventually. So, you know, I don't know what else to say about that. Just know that things will get better. For some of you, sooner rather than later. Let's just take a look at this Ten of Swords, because this is just a funky reading. Then I'm going to look at this Eight of Swords. Actually, I'm only going to look at the 10. Now I want you to formulate a question for your angel answer cards. Here it is, right in the center, because this is where what the situation is all about right now. And for some of you, you feel like the world has come to a complete end. Consolante sorpresa, Amalato, and the Melancholy. Really, it's almost as if the cards are saying you didn't get what you wanted. What you got, you didn't get exactly what you wanted. Maybe you didn't get it when you wanted it. Maybe you didn't get as much as you wanted. Maybe you got the iPhone 6 instead of the iPhone 10. I don't know. Maybe you didn't get that promotion. But maybe there's a reason why you didn't get that promotion. You know what? Be lucky you got a job. So, be thankful, I mean. But really, it's like you're not thankful for whatever it is that you did get. And you're trying to figure out why is it I can't just do what I want to do? Why didn't I get what I wanted? No, we can't. You know, my grandma used to say, people, baby, I would say, Grandma, I want so and so, so, so. She would say, baby, people in hell want ice water, but they don't never get it. She used to tell me that all the time. So it's kind of one of those situations, you know. But only you have the power to change this, the way that you think about it. And the sooner that you do that, the sooner you can move on. Like I said, it doesn't seem like it's anything majorly wrong. Pensiero. Well, there we go. Meditation. You just stuck on it. Morte. A complete and utter separation from the situation. Yeah, it's some kind of financial gift, inheritance, sharing, promotion. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know what to tell you. Wow. Okay, well, formulate one question for the angel answer cards. Maybe you're dealing with somebody like that. You know? Here's the thing, you know, complain about not getting any shoes and the other person's got no feet. Right? I don't know if that made any sense, but I don't know why my guys told me to bring that out, but there it is. You know, it's all how you look at things. Yes, it can be disappointing. It could be this, but sometimes this is about keeping your expectations in check, right? What the hell? There's the card. It says let go. Holy smokes. Okay. I done cussed y'all out all over this video. I didn't mean it. The time has come to let go of this situation. Stop focusing on how or when it will be solved or even why it occurred. Relationships that are unhealthy or unfulfilling, and this is any kind of work, business, family, friendship, romantic. Relationships that are unhealthy or unfulfilling should be released in order to allow something better to come along. Don't worry. The divine and your angels have everything under control. A key aspect to manifesting your desires is to ask for what you want and then release it to heaven. If you've drawn this card, you may be holding on too tightly to the way your dreams will unfold or you thought it was going to go. Make a wish and then leave the rest to your angels. That's what I have for you, travelers. This is going to be an exciting August. We have our last eclipse for 2018 coming up. It will be go back to the one we had August of last year, the Great American Eclipse. So remember I kept telling y'all it was hiding something and it fell over America. So this is a time frame when we're all in the dark. We shall see how it turns out. So until next time, thank you for allowing me to read for you. Namaste.